Welcome back. What we are doing today is going over a very common learning target, and we're going to really get into it quick and get out of it quick. So let's do it. Today, I will be able to memorize new vocabulary, but we know when we see something underlined in orange in this room, we do a little call and response. So let's go ahead and do this together. Mr. Surface will be looking at you. You are just responding throughout all of these slides, and he'll be giving you points for it. I will be able to new. Nice. Good work. What are you learning today? Memorizing new vocabulary. Why are you learning it? Well, not only does it make your brain stronger to be bridging all the gaps between different words, but in the future, it is likely you'll need this vocabulary as well, whether it's to understand something or engage with someone who understands it better or worse than you. How will you know you've learned new vocabulary? You'll be able to use these learning strategies on the test at the end of class, and you'll be able to explain new vocabulary words to your partner, to a teacher, to a classmate. That's how you know you've learned it. So here's you, the student. You've got to get across this river here. I'm here to kind of keep you safe as I can while you do it, and to try to help you and guide you as much as I can. All right. And the first step towards that is let's identify a word that we probably don't really know very well. And that'll be the new vocabulary we memorize for life. Repeat after me, everybody. Oleaginous. 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 Excellent job. It means oily, right? So let's say that's the new vocabulary word you had to memorize today, right? Some things that we got to keep in mind is the motivational dimension, or the affective dimension, some people call it, right? The way to think about this comes from a great little book called The Secret Lives of Church Ladies, and a character in there says, God can't steer a parked car. Fill y'all, page 15. Let's go ahead and call responses real quick. God can't a excellent job, right? That means you've got to you've got to activate your brain, right? What are some of the things that keep us from activating our brain? Well, number one, we try to multitask. Our brain plus phone plus new vocab, not going to work. Our brain plus a conversation with a friend about something unrelated, ain't going to work. Maybe it's our brain plus we're roiling in different emotions today. It's just a day where we're just not feeling it, or maybe you were up all last night. There was a flood or something like that, and you had to bail out your basement, and we're up all night and are tired as can be. Right? Which one of these three are going to give you to get in the way possibly today of you learning? It's good to just identify what might get you now, so you can conquer it now. All right. Is it one, two, or three? Please take a moment during this whistle to hold up a one, two, or three. Excellent. All right, now, what are some of the things that you can do that helps with motivation? Number one, managing stress, being calm. How you think about yourself and your day matters, right? Uh, Decide that you got to be positive. Rarely do you feel positive about being forced to be in school and learn something, right? But forcing that smile, it really does help. And then taking the time to write things down. That's huge. That's huge. When you actually take the time to write things down, it starts to get your brain ready for learning, even if it doesn't feel like it at first, right? This is sourced from Learning How to Learn from Dr. Barbara Oakley. And, she's taught at Princeton and Harvard and all that good stuff. So let's read a little bit of her book with a call and response. What were the main ideas? Write down as many ideas as you can. You'll find that your will, and you'll remember more easily if you're nice job. So, things that might get in the way today, right? You might not be good with vocabulary. You're just confused about where to begin, where to start. Maybe you need more time than Mr. Surface gives you for certain tasks or thinking about certain things. Or maybe you had an off year or an off week when you were going over certain things having to do with vocabulary or whatever the learning target might be today. Take a moment, please, and hold up a one, two, or three, something that might get in the way of the cognitive component or dimension of your learning today. Yes, indeed. Now, where are your strengths when it comes to vocabulary? Is it finding that definition and understanding it? Is it looking for context clues? Is it understanding the different parts of speech and how they go together? Or are you really becoming an ace at the way that we process vocabulary with our strategies for links and perfect sentences? Hold up a one, two, three, and four, just like the other slides. Excellent. All right. And then finally, metacognitive dimension. That means thinking about your own learning, thinking about your own thinking, thinking about these vocabulary words and where you're at with them, right? Which of these is going to be most valuable in your brain today? Is it going to be the linking strategy here? Is it going to be getting up, moving around, and making a web with all these different context clues? Or is it going to be writing that perfect sentence and coming up with details to match the word to help you remember it? Take a moment now, hold up a one, two, or three. Excellent work. You've just earned points, classwork points, for participating in these slides for the learning target. That learning target again, right? I will be able to memorize new vocabulary.